What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to my fresh start playthrough for 2023 and 2024. Now, the last few episodes, I do apologize, the video quality got kind of jumbled up a little bit. I had some corrupt video files, and sadly, I recorded the last episode and this episode back to back. With that in mind, I kind of failed on the going through the gear and whatnot. So in preparation for Chaos 2, I did go through an entire video of what gear I was going to bring, how I was setting everything up. But that is all in the previous episode, so I do apologize for that. I'll make sure these are all cleaned up moving forward. But it is time to get our very first Chaos 2 win, so let's hop on in and get it done. And here we go into the forest biome. Now we're going to start off, we got 1250 mana, and we basically got 4 lanes. This one, of course, is being the big double lane, which means we're going to have just over 310 mana, or 310 DU, pardon me, to spend in each lane. Now, like this outer lane here, I kind of want to use 2 spike blockades. So that's going to eat into the DU a little bit, but let's see what else we can get in under that same budget. Now, I want to put these back just far enough where they're not going to be taking too much cleave damage. There's going to be some shots, there's no doubt. And if we take a look at the allowable DU, it's a lot of PDTs, y'all. That's 6 PDTs right there. We could go a 7th PDT since we know this is a really heavy lane. And, yeah, let's bust some heads. Now, we need to get the rest of these lanes automated. I do want to stick to the 300 DU, over here. So here we're going to go, let's just go right about there. And, here I think we'll spend what? We're at, 370 now. So let's go, we want to go 5? Yeah, let's go 5 poison dart towers, something like that. Here we've got that extra wide double lane, so I do want to use 2 blockades here as well. Let's go with like 1 right there and 1 right here. This particular map, we could end up having some problems with the range mobs, so we want to make sure that on this lane particularly, we are keeping an eye on it. And let's go with our 5 poison dart towers right here as well. Now, we remember those outside lanes are also flyer lanes, so we're going to want to be conscious of that. Over on this side, I think we'll throw down a Skyguard as well, but we do want our poison dart towers doing the bulk of the work because that's where we've got the bulk of our investment into. It's our best tower right now, so we want to use it more than anything. So let's just spam it out. Let's see, we'll get our 5 down. What else can we do here? We can do a lot. We can actually put a 6 down and throw a Skyguard up here. So let's go ahead and throw our Skyguard like right there to give us a little flyer coverage. And I think we might be all right here. Now we've got 100 DU left, which is kind of more than I expected to have here. So why don't we go ahead and just spend some of it? Let's get another poison dart tower on that inside lane, so 6 total there. We'll get another one right here as well, and then that's going to leave me 20. Hopefully no cyborgs make it all the way to the wall. Do I have... let's actually put this relic back on our lightning strikes aura here, and if cyborgs make it down here, of course they're going to stun it, but let's throw that out there to give us a little bit of help versus those cyborgs. Now, I will say right up front, Chaos 2 and Chaos 5 are the 2 toughest difficulties to break into out of the initial game, Chaos 1 through 7. So this one is quite the challenge. It will be your toughest experience. It will require you repairing some walls. It will require you shooting some enemies. Now, with that in mind also, I have yet to do a Chaos 2 map in Chaos 1 gear since the stat squish happened, so this is going to be a new experience for me. But let's see how it goes. So I do just want to get as much damage in as I can up front. Additionally, I want to make sure I'm CCing as much as possible. and keeping an eye on the mini-map, as things can just go quite wrong here real quick. There's just no doubt about that. This, of course, is the heaviest lane, so I'm going to prioritize spending the majority of my time here. But I do want to watch all of those walls and make sure that they're all good. So, Poison Dart Tower, get it done. This one is one of my least favorite tiers, so I'm hoping I get through this really quickly. Now, we managed to get through Chaos 1 in just 2 maps. Every Chaos tier you go up, generally it's going to take a couple more maps each time. So like Chaos 2 might take me 4 maps, it might take me 3 maps, I'm not really sure, but I do expect it will take me more than 2 maps to run to get this one cleared out. We take a look over here, we are getting a little buildup on this wall, so let me just check it real quick here, and make sure we don't have any emergency situations going. You see, it's still all about those little diggy dogs. Those guys, they get in the ground and start buffing the homies in that area, and it can cause some problems. So you want to keep an eye out for any weather beasts and make sure you're burning them down. Looks like we got to push over here now, and then we see we got flyers coming in. So I do want to give a little bit of an assist to the flyers on this side. The kobolds should dive bomb the wall, so we should be okay there. We're looking alright. That wall is getting beat on a little bit over there now, though. We definitely want to make sure we're getting up on that. And looks like we got it cleared, so no problem. That wall did take some damage. With that in mind, I think I want to throw a few upgrades in right here on this lane, just as it seems like things went the wrongest. The wrongest right there. Let's take a look over here, though, and see. Usually this lane is a bit of a challenge, but this lane looks like it got just slapped. Let's upgrade both of those walls and just a few of the PDTs. And then, what about this lane? Got a couple of slaps, but nothing too terrible. We'll throw a few upgrades in. Now, of course, we've got the bosses starting, and this is the boss lane here. With that in mind, I do want to get these walls upgraded, and I'm going to try to upgrade the PDTs as well, but you see we just don't have enough mana right now. So let's go ahead and let it fly here. Let's get wave number 2 rolling, and see what we can do here. I'm going to just stay focused on this lane and making sure this one is burned down, but I mean, this is all... That many PDTs is a whole lot of darts slinging out there. So it is busting some fools up, there's no doubt. Additionally, every time a Poison Dart Tower gets the kill, if it's on a goblin enemy, it's going to give us that lovely little Gobu Boom explosion, like right there, which is just a tremendous amount of value added into your build. So you combine that with Destruction, Deadly Strikes, and Defense Rate Shards, and you can really get through the entire beginning of the game, like all the way up to Chaos 7, maybe even Chaos 8 quite easily. So I do want to make sure those Wither Beasts are not getting dug in, as if there's a problem, it's likely on a lane where a Wither Beast got dug in. And it's pretty smooth sailing really here. You see we did get a Cyborg down to our Lightning Strike aura, so that got disabled, but we're kind of expecting that to happen as well. So it looks like we got this lane cleared. I do have to remember that the bosses are going to start coming, but we do have a build-up going over here. So I want to get a little bit cleared out over here. Maybe even add a little assist over here. At least one tornado, just to help a little bit. Actually, it looks like it was out of range. Let's see. Let's get over to Malthius now. I think that lane will hold. So let's get over here and see if we can't put the slap down on old Malthius. So, of course, as soon as Malthius gets into range, the PDTs are just going to tear it up. But we got to sucker that dude to get on down the lane here, as Malthius just doesn't want to come down here. He's a ranged mob. There is no doubt there. And he's throwing at my wall, so that's kind of unfortunate. It's out of my Poison Dart Tower range, but it is doing damage to my wall. So with that in mind, I mean, Wall Repair Simulator again. As long as I keep healing that, I can keep spraying into old dude here until he's finally having a bad time. Now don't forget that poisonous tips. Pop poisonous tips and watch that boss burn a little bit quicker. So good stuff there, and you see we are just going to be getting upgrades dropping like crazy. That's one of the benefits with the expeditions and with Onslaught is if you're doing Chaos 2, you're going to get Chaos 2 gear, period. So that is one of the benefits. We're going to be getting huge upgrades right out of the gates. Let's run through and slap down a few more upgrades. Anything that didn't get upgraded over here, we'll throw one on, and then we'll hopefully have something saved up for the boss lane again. Alright, and here we go for wave number 5. Of course, this is the big enchilada. We've got a 3-boss wave. Looks like we're going to have a skeleton, an ogre, and a regular ogre. Now, the ogres are going to be one-tapping walls. So I really need these poison dart towers to shine and handle that ogre by itself. That would be just beyond ideal. Now, additionally, the wither beasts are just causing quite the problem. So in this lane, we've got so many wither beasts. There's 4 total that are going to come out. All 4 of those will no doubt get dug in. So with that in mind, I do want to try to thin out as many wither beasts as I can. However, I do expect for wave number 5 to be ugly. Now, as you see, I did find a staff upgrade, so I went on and equipped a staff that dropped. A little different shot type, but it is a little bit more damage, and it also has an anti-orc mod on it, I believe, which is only going to help me out here. So, let's see how we're doing here. Now, I need to be on that boss lane the second those bosses spawn. Okay, now here comes a wither beast. Let's at least get this one dealt with. We'll know that that wither beast is 100% dead. Okay, it's out of there. Do we have another wither beast before the bosses come? That wall over there is actually taking a lot of damage, so oh man, we are in trouble. Yeah, we lost a wall. That is bad news. And look, it's a wither beast over here is why. So we got wither beast dug in on this side. We need to put some work in. Manual DPS here on the rest of these guys. Now, as soon as Poisonous Tips is up, of course, I'm going to get that Petrify. But I got 30 seconds on that cooldown. Am I going to be able to get this Ogre out quick enough? Okay, Ogre down. We got another Ogre and then that Skeleton. Now, the Skeleton, luckily, is a very slow walker. That Ogre smashed. Oh, no. Are we going to be able to handle it? We got no Poisonous Tips yet. But are we going to be able to save the day here? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. This is so sketch. And no, we got smashed. So there is our first loss of the series. And once again, it sucks when you lose. You can't really lose because you do have replay from waves. So you can just replay the wave until you get it right. And you see, like, I've got a relic right there. It doesn't have Go Boo Boom on it, but that is probably going to be a pretty steep power gain, right? 5,000 power versus 3,300 power. Yeah, that is a pretty absurd power gain. So I think, let me check around what else is on the ground. Actually, we'll just go ahead and retry from wave here. No losing. Just hit the retry button. It's all good. So we are in. Now, once again, Chaos 2 just lives up to the hype. It is, in my opinion, without getting help, without spending a bunch of gems or all of your defender medals on shards, it is just the hardest difficulty to bust into. I really feel like it is. Let's see what we got here and what we can do with what we got. Let's see, we got another nice relic there. I think this is the only medallion we got, though. And I feel like that might be worth giving up. Is it worth giving up that Go Boo Boom? I mean, that's a lot of extra power. I kind of feel like it is. So let's just go ahead and swap out. We'll go with this anti-skeleton servo here. I'm hoping to find another boom servo as we progress through here. But let's see if we can't get a W on this particular map. Now, that time we had Wither Beast that dug in on the main lane. So I think let's switch. Let's kill one Wither Beast over here and then just get over there. So that will at least thin one of them out. There's going to be 4 total on this lane, remember. And we need to get one of them down. Now you see they're already just pushing up on my initial lane. And this lane is not spawning now. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just run on over. There's wither beasts in the ground over here right now. I'm pretty convinced of it. So, yeah. See, there's, actually, there's none in the ground yet, but they are digging. And we need to get some repairs going on these walls. I need to be hitting the ogre as soon as it comes out. Just dropping and dumping all of my mana on it. I can additionally pop poisonous tips right now and get a free petrify combo. But that ogre needs to pay right away. So I'm going to prioritize that ogre. And hope I can keep these walls alive. Okay, ogre down. We got another ogre right here on this lane. Are we going to be able to get there in time for a wall repair? Ooh, real rough timing there, but we did get there in time. 2 of the 3 bosses down. Now we just need to focus on wither beasts and then that last boss. That last boss, of course, is going to come real late, so buys us a little bit of time here with it being a skeleton. Let's just blow our mana out and then try to assist in these center lanes. We're still taking just a beating on that wall right there, so I want to channel that repair into that wall. And, we gonna get the W here? The Skelly boss is still not come out yet. Okay, we got mad wither beasts in the ground here. So let's definitely put some work in here. We do have our pet ability up again, so let's take that free petrify for a moment just to get this lane a little bit caught up. And as soon as that Skelly spawns, we can get right over to it. But it looks like we're going to be able to close the deal here on our first Chaos 2 attempt. Definitely a little bit sketchy, but we are able to get it done here. So the far lane is getting the big push now. Wow. It's in once again. I see the glow. There are wither beasts in the ground over there. So that's just the biggest enemy in the game right now at this stage is just the wither beast. You see this lane is just getting shit on now. Are we going to have enough power to burn all of these mobs out? Well, I mean, we got our pet up again, so we can take the push button petrify just to help out slightly. But yeah, we got real, we're having real struggles over here for sure. Looks like we got it just about clear though. I swear Chaos 2 is the toughest. It is just the toughest. We got this Plaguing Hawk now, but Plaguing Hawk walks so slow, he could pretty much smash through everything if he wanted to, and I'd still have time to kill him before he got to the core. So we got a nice rotation of bosses for that final wave. And you see we did nail the Mastering Expeditions portion. So a little bit of a lengthy episode because we went through so many different things. I do apologize for that. I'll try to keep them a little shorter. But there is our first Chaos 2 win. So thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you next time around. Take it easy.